Right, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on how we do these first fixes. This one is just a 3-bedder, it's pretty straightforward. I built the stairs up the other day, this one had a bit of time, but I'll do a better video on how I build them up another time. And you'll notice on the video that I dropped them in from upstairs. That's because normally there's a block wall that goes across here and it's dead tight with the newel, so it's like impossible to get them in from below, so it's easy to just drop them down from above. So I always just check the situation where you're building the stairs. And yeah. So there's a few things to remember when you're fitting stairs in terms of plasterboarding. Whenever you've got a wall next to the string, you've got to leave 12mm gap like that for the so a board will fly straight down there and it'll go on the back of the string. And then when you've got stairs against the wall, you've got to leave a gap so they can dot and dab, and again the board will slide down the back and never sit on top of the string, because then it will just shrink and you'll get big cracks everywhere. So I fix it through the string and through the timber with the Fisher fixings there, 120mm Fisher fixings. What I do when I'm setting up a first fix, try and find like a key wall that I can get all my measurements off. So in this one, it's that one all the way up there. So what I'll do, I'll get the measurement, it's 2137, don't know if you can see it. Do a measurement there and a measurement there, either side of the house, and then get a chalk line, finger chalk line all the way across, get that one nailed in, and then we'll use the square to get all the other walls teed off that one, basically. Checking the square and the measurement to make sure it's all right. And prioritise your square in like a bathroom where you've got a shower or a bath as well, because that's where it'll show up the most. Now we've got all the bases set up squarely. Just 3 bedrooms, one there, one here, ensuite here, main bathroom over there, and bedroom there. So now we've got all them set up nicely, everything's nailed down, doors are all marked up. We'll just start cutting and fitting all the studs. So how I set these out, I put a level on the wall, check how much that's leaning, and then cut the top plate to suit. So obviously this wall is leaning inwards by quite a bit. And I'll lay them down. And then you just got to make sure on the bit that needs to be level, the inside bit, them two are flush, and then you can just set your plates out from wherever. So what I'll do, this is just 600s. Everything that's a bedroom is 600, and then bathrooms are 400. So I'll just go 20mm back from 600, so that, so 180, like that. And then the reason for that is that when you've got plasterboard, it will land right in the middle of the stud. So that line there is like that. So 1.2 plasterboard will land right in the middle of an upright. So always measure 20mm back from what the centres you want it to be. So once I've got all them marked up, I clearly mark the top and bottom plate, and these are just 600 all the way along. I've got 3 together here because I've got a wall coming off in this direction, then a nog, and then 2 legs to make the right gap there for the doorway. So then I'll turn these 2 round like that and mark a leg. It's too tight. Oh dear. And now I've got it like that. I'll go along, mark the leg. One leg I'll mark it against the catch nogs and just go to the smallest one, and then cut them all the same, and I'll cut them on the trestles that we've got set up. Just screw these bits of timber on them just so I can get more legs on it. Like this wall here, it's got 17 legs, so it'll fit on there, and I'll just nail the timber to the wall there just to keep them all the same. So you can see there, so across this wall, that's the discrepancy. So I'll just go to that small one. It's only about 5mm, so it's not too bad at all. Yeah, and I'll cut all the legs at that. It makes a bit more sense now what I was saying before, how I set my legs up so it works in nice for a plasterboard. That's 1.2 to centre, 2.4 to centre. You always got to think about the plasterboard when you're setting out your studs. What we'll do now, Nate's going to cut all the bases and the tops and all the legs, and I'll just fly around, nail them all together and fit in the walls, and we just need to fit some more catch nugs as and where we need them. So yeah, one set in there. one thing to remember when you're doing this method is make sure you don't build yourself out of space. So always think about, you know, where you can build up the walls and stuff. And if you need to build up a load of walls, lean them against the wall and then fit them like a big jigsaw. In a small house, you can get yourself a bit trapped in. And wherever possible, leave plenty of room for the nibs on the doorways. That's so when we do the second fix, your frame will go here, and then you won't have to rip the architrave down. So try and create big nibs everywhere, if the drawing allows it. Like here, for example, you can only fit one leg in there, so that'd be a bit tight, but we should just get away without ripping it. But always try and leave big reveals, just to make life easier later on. So I'm going to have to go off to another job now, but I'll leave Nathan here cracking on for a little bit longer. It's now about 3 o'clock. We got started at 10, so not done too bad. Just put the stairs in and thrown up all these walls. Nathan will just carry on doing the walls and maybe get on some nogs and the door heads and stuff. Yeah, not a bad session.